So it seems like what you're saying is that now is not the time for a 5-year plan with a financial model and a roadmap.
Yeah, no, it's not the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I want to make a point here, Michael, which is, I mean, of course you're right, but and that doesn't stop corporate headquarters saying, "Where's your 5-year plan?" You
Exactly.
know. But I think an important point to make, really important point, is one of the dangers of crisis management is that you get so into fighting today's fires, to positioning against these major risks that are coming at you, that actually you lose sight of your strategic direction. And the way I just described it, you absolutely have to have oxygen tomorrow, but you have to make this decision about how you're going to manage this particular crisis. But one of the things that's going to be the differentiator between winners and losers is who is able to adjust their strategy where necessary, so that they are thinking about the 5-year plan, because they understand that the point of departure after the crisis is now shifted. So the crisis has taken everybody, moved them around, and as we come out of it, exactly as you were saying earlier, we're not just going to go back to where we were before. We're going to be in a different position. And in that different position, with different dynamics in the marketplace, what are you going to do? How are you going to position it then? So.
Yeah. This is interesting. I'll maybe take a minute and just kind of talk about this. So we have been kind of very, let's say, firm on the idea that it's going to be a completely new world. We have been delivering projects and doing educational courses with top managers all over Zoom. And if you asked me 3 months ago if we could do that, I would say absolutely not. There's no way you could deliver a project over Zoom, because you need that face-to-face contact and the trust and so on. And we're actually doing it. And I think that changes a lot. I mean, if you think about things like corporate travel, to go to meetings and stuff like that, I mean, that's going to be cut by 70, 80%. Globally, because I think everybody has just learned that you don't need to do that all the time. Maybe where people were making trips, once a month, maybe they'll make them once a quarter, and so on. So the lasting changes where, you mentioned you have to know where you are and know where you're going, but the destinations have changed. So I mean,
the start point X. The point I was making is that both the destination and where are we now? Because where are we now has been shifted by the crisis.
Yeah.
So the only thing I want to make a comment on that, because my question is where you have, I completely agree with you where you have existing contacts, existing corporate culture, and you are maintaining something that you've already established.
Yeah.
At least that you have had some in-person contact.
Yeah.
I don't know how you find it where you're starting from zero base.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know over time how we're going to create the bond that allows the sort of the lubrication that we all use in business, which is the personal relationships that we can form, which is the difference in many cases between a sale and losing the sale, is how do you actually get on with that person. And I would guess that, so one of the points that's been on my mind recently is, we all now exist from here up. So you're wearing underpants and so am I, and nothing else, say. And yet we project this corporate image. But the thing that we've lost is body language. So when you negotiate, I'm sure you're the experienced negotiator. Certainly when I negotiate, I'm looking for the telltale signs, some of which I could actually document and some of which is just instinct. But you're not looking just at this part, you're looking at the whole body. So are we going to have glass tables and we're going to sit in front of and the Zoom, I mean, if you're going to do a negotiation now, I'd say everybody has to sit in front of a glass table and there has to be 2 cameras, one on the head, one on the face close up, and one with an overview, so that you can, we're going to have to develop this sort of approach, because otherwise I don't see this medium is going to lose those elements.
Yeah, we've all become two-dimensional.
Two-dimensional and lost 2/3 of our body, which in some of our cases is a good thing, you know.
Yeah.